Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Right on time is my middle name. You know what time it is. Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show on Woodward Sports Network. I am your host, Braylon Edwards, and I'm so excited. And one of the main reasons I'm excited, you hear him in the background, ladies and gentlemen. He is back. Wasn't on the show yesterday. He is the man, my right hand. He is Kool-Aid.
Appreciate you, brother.
Happy to have you back, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good, man. Family is everything.
Definitely everything.
Both the blood family, but as well as my Woodward Sports, especially my Braylon Edwards Show family, man. It's a different energy when you walk into this building and you see your fam around, man.
Good.
Definitely is.
100%, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Grandma's good?
Likewise.
She's good, man. And it's like this. This is the grandmother who, during the school year, she worked at the school, at my elementary school. She was taking us to school, make sure we got fed while the parents was working the doubles. When y'all hear me talk about Inkster, This is that one that stayed right by Inkster High, did all her walking around there when she got diagnosed with cancer, still took care of us and all the cousins, and was a foster parent. So she was one of those, real ones. She worked at the, cooked for us at the cafeteria and such. So won't go into details, but needed our attention, and I'm grateful that we work at a place like Woodward Sports where you don't have to have anxiety about caring for family.
No,
right.
100%.
I promise you that, man.
Family will always come first. We understand these things. I've had situations. Everybody has had situations. As we welcome in the chat, you gotta take care of family. Actually, it's funny that you're talking about grandmothers praying for her. I got a story about my grandmother today, but before we do that, Anson Wells, my co-host, how you doing over there, brother?
It'll be a lot better if everybody smashes that like button.
Get them started
right now. We got a couple extra people in the studio today. The team is growing, it seems like. We're going to continue to cook it up for you guys. You guys keep showing up and supporting.
Shout out to you in the blue shirt. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's okay. You can
I
wear
walked
blue.
in today.
You
I got to hear it from KG. I got to hear it from Terry Foster. When Terry Foster starts your day off wrong, you know it's going to be it's a chip on your shoulder.
Terry Foster probably had a couple expletives in there. As he
I
talked about
did
that
actually
shirt.
in front of some first day people too. I had to go and apologize.
I've always been of the mindset, baptism under fire.
That's
what
right.
better way than get baptism by Terry Foster? Sweet Potato and B Ladder in the building as well, man. Other part of the team. How you guys doing?
Sir.
Doing well. Already missing summer.
Yeah. Speaking of grandma, I said I was gonna talk about my grandmother, and it's interesting that we opened up with you and yours, Cooler. Shout out to Grandma Kool-Aid. But my grandma, she got into a car accident a couple weeks ago. I told you guys about that. She's good. The person in the car is good, but now car is totaled. So now grandma's trying to get a new car.
Bugatti?
Here is the story. No, she's not getting a Bugatti. No. She's trying to get a Trax, and I'm trying to put it in a Terrain. The moral of the story is don't jump into a situation unless someone asks you to jump into a situation. My grandma was telling me about what she had going on, and she's trying to get a car, and she's trying to do this. So you know me, I'm like, all right, grandma, well, I know this guy. This is my guy. We can set you up. We can do all the things. We can make sure that you're covered. Make sure that the car is right for you. Get them on the phone. Get them connected. They've been working this thing for about the last 3-4 days. Grandma doesn't realize that prices go up. Inflation is real.
Very real.
So I love my grandma. I love you. You know I love you. You know I'm your baby grandson. This is me. Prices go up, man. Gas is more expensive than it was 4 years ago. Planes are more expensive. Food is more expensive. Produce is more. Everything is more expensive. So grandma's trying to hover around the $298 that she was paying per month 4 years ago. And my guy got her into a situation, better car, newer car, bigger car, $364.
Not terrible.
And grandma's not having it. Grandma's like, look, they told me down here that it could be this. I don't know nothing about 364. I'm older. They trying to take all my money. So long story short, she said, I appreciate what you're doing, but stay out of it. So I say this to everybody. Don't jump into a situation for grandma or grandpa or mom or dad unless they ask you to or you absolutely need to. Because my feelings were a little hurt.
What do they say? No good deed?
It goes, man. My feelings were a little hurt.
You
had a situation that was set up. Like my buddy bought her a test car the other day, had somebody bring it down, showed her the rope, showed her it was a beautiful car. She loved the car. She did all the things, all the bells and whistles, but she ain't feeling that $67, $69 bump in pay grade. Like, come on,
I'm like
we're
imagining
at the finish line.
I'm imagining Mama Bray right now.
Mom is the one working the deal.
She's on the phone with her mom, but you know Bray's talking about you right now, Greg.
Because it's my girl, it's my OG. You brought up grandma taking care of you over there. That was my grandma too, man. She was the one watching me when my mom had events or my mom had things to do. Her dad was out of town playing for. You know what? I forgot about that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my dad's birthday today.
Oh,
it is Stan the man's birthday today. I sent the picture.
This Stan the man?
Hey, Stan the man. Stan the man. You see it. You see,
great man, too, man.
Pops, before we get into the great side, let's have fun with the fun side. You saw that picture. You saw it was 4 little lovely situations in the picture. This is the Detroit Lions cheerleaders. So this was last year at the turkey giveaway for the NFL alumni. We always do it every year downtown in Corktown. But Pops, man, he was like, he saw him. He said, hey, 17, get this picture. That's what he called
17.
I'm 17. He's 32. You know what I'm saying? He wore 32 at Michigan. So he's 32. I'm 17. But he jumped in front of the ladies, took the picture. But this is who he is now. Getting back to the other side, man, happy B-Day to my dad, man. It was because of him that I made me do the things I do on the football field. And just even in the realm of life, I think the father-son relationship is the craziest one. It's the hardest to dissect. Everyone has
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Exactly. I know you
all.
do. But, you know, as I've gotten older, man, I think as we see our fathers or we see our parents as kids, it evolves when you become older, when you start to understand more, when you see things. My dad is an amazing individual, an amazing man. He's always cared about other people's kids. Track team provide a lot of scholarships, maximum output, which he started. Just a good man. I think the best thing about this realization later in life, and this is for anybody in chat, man, comment, you know, how you feel about your father, et cetera, and these things that I'm talking about, is when I'm out and people talk to me, they talk about my dad, they got nothing but nice things to say. They got nothing but good things to say, like just the good man that he is, things, the morals that he stands on. So it makes me feel good. I'm like, I got to step my shit up. You know what I'm saying? I want people talking like that about me when I get into my later years in life. But happy birthday to you. You deserve the world. I appreciate being your son.
The 20th, the last day of Taurus.
Boy, oh boy.
You the bull?
And that's no bull. Like, you talk about stubborn. Any stubbornness you see in me, it comes from
the bull in the water, huh?
Comes from that guy.
The fish or the water?
For me, I'm Pisces.
Pisces,
I'm the fish.
That's
I'm a water sign.
Interesting mix.
Yeah, 100%. Kool-Aid. So how you feel? You back? A lot going on yesterday. I know the pet.
Oh, you're not gonna say it,
man.
You're not gonna say it.
First of all, I haven't been calling them the peasants. You guys
that's
have.
me.
I have
was
been calling them the Knicks. And last night, I think they definitely deserve to be called the Knicks. What say you?
The peasant backers. I'm sorry, they're still the peasants.
So they gained another name?
Nothing in that game was a surprise to me. Cleveland's the better team. The NBA wants New York. They're going to throw the peasants some scraps, some moldy bread, and some half-eaten potatoes. You know, there's some rats in there somewhere. They're going to give them a little bone. You know, they're going to send them to the finals. And they're going to lose. And what will be? Kool-Aid, another 3 decades before they get back?
Oh, yeah. It's
no,
Q season
no.
right now.
Nope. I'm not letting Kool-Aid jump in just yet. I'm not letting B-Lad. I'm not letting Sweet Potato, nor the chat.
You're going to defend the peasants?
I'm not defending anything. I'm commenting on what I saw last night. You guys want to keep calling the peasants. 1, they're further than you. They're in the Eastern Conference Finals. 2, they swept to get there. 3, they came back last night to beat a team that you said is better. And I also said I had the Cavs winning this series. You got to drop the peasants and the ref stuff and all the BS. They were up 22 points. They were up 22 points, the Cavs were. They came out cooking in the first half. Donovan Mitchell was electric. He was doing his thing, and they fell apart in the fourth. They allowed the being ahead to get to them. They legitimately were terrible down the stretch. They were missing free throws, turning the ball over. James Harden taking shots that were very unwarranted. And they couldn't – Dennis Schroeder, how many times did he get to the cup? Missed layups and the turnovers. 22 points they were up. I don't want to hear nothing about the refs and the Magnets at Madison Square Garden. They didn't show up when it mattered. It has nothing to do with Jalen Brunson going off in the fashion that he did in the fourth and overtime. So, if you want to talk about some ref here or there, I saw a little bit of that, but not enough where you can forgive the 24-point lead that you had and you let it go. The NBA had 594-0 when teams winning by 22 in the fourth quarter until last night.
All right, the Cleveland mistakes are also peasants. It's another peasant franchise. I appreciate all your points.
Yeah.
You put them out there.
They just didn't want it. At the end of the day, they just didn't want it. You could watch Cleveland. What was Donovan Mitchell in the fourth quarter? I felt like they tried to drive the ball through James Harden, which is exactly what the New York Knicks wants, which is exactly what they were pressing. Donovan Mitchell was hot in the first half. Donovan Mitchell was cooking with grease in the first half. You don't go away. I mean, you went away from him. So for me, it's less about the peasants and the refs, and it's more about the Cavs' meltdown.
And you called them the peasants, but listen, the peasants absolutely drove the ball through James Harden in the fourth quarter. That's for sure. Yeah. They switched out to make sure they got ISO'd on him. And do you know what those trips ended up resulting in? 1.9 points.
That sounds like good coaching.
It's excellent coaching. In fact,
shout out to Mike Brown, who a lot of people say, including myself, here we go. This is the 9th choice as your coach. It worked for him.
It's the opposite of what Kenny did against Asar. If he's on you, don't shoot, pass the ball. And now it's do whatever you can to get Harden on you and then take advantage of it. But listen, I'm taking it back to the refs. I'm taking it back to the peasants. And I'm taking it back to the flop fest that we watched last night that we all knew we were in line for. 29 teams in this team. All they do is flop, Braylon. You asked me a question before the show. Are the Pistons the only team that plays ethical ball in the NBA? And to your question, I will say yes. Yeah. You hit it on the head, bro. There's 29 teams that play Adam Silver's current basketball, all right? So I got a question for you, and I don't think Kool-Aid's going to like this. I believe that the Pistons cannot win in Adam Silver's NBA. Unless Kool-Aid. Unless.
I'd say, are you waiting for Kool-Aid?
I thought you were going to.
I thought you were speechless.
Listen, no. I'm not. I was waiting for you. I was like, listen, I was getting prepared for Mount Vesuvius to erupt.
Hey.
But for me, the
the city of
Pistons have
Pompeii.
always been the reason why the league has had to make the adjustments. They've always tried to keep the Pistons down. So you're not wrong in theory, except for this one fact. The Pistons have always had this weird way when they've had the right recipe to still overcome that. We saw this. You saw it more clearly in 88, 89. I saw it more clearly in 04, 2004, 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
And after each one of those kind of mini eras of basketball, what the league have to do, they had to go and change things because the Pistons have always found a way to kind of toe that line. Wow. And that's where some people that's where I like the fact that JB Bickerstaff coaches his team to that approach. And I believe that as that personnel picks up, it will help them. But I'm waiting for Silver's words to actually become what we see on the court. Because what did he say at the trade deadline? We like physicality. We hear you guys out there on social media land. We hear you fans. We see that the physicality coming back when that's allowed on more nights, that's resonating with fans. But then you get to the playoffs and you see what's being rewarded on all stages, whether it's the awards or whether it's the actual games going on. It's the floppers. And so for right now, Silver's words ring true. They really do. You don't want to go in and just blame the refs because there's many things that the Pistons could have done to help themselves. But you can see that the style of play and kind of I would call them almost empty threats at trade deadline of we're going to go more to this physical style of play. Where it at, though? Where is it at? All I feel like we've kind of been left with is this aspect of, for real, catering to more like the content creators and the streamers. I was at the last 2 All-Star games. I'm grateful for that. But it didn't feel like it really catered to basketball. And then when you add in the Pistons dimension, to basketball fans, basketball enthusiasts, I'm not even saying purists, just actual basketball fans, not people who are hopping in because it's the hot ticket on a particular night on Woodward Avenue. You know what I mean? So that's where I feel like Silver's words are getting lost amongst basketball fans. And it's going to hurt when it costs a good, ethical hooper like Cade Cunningham. He doesn't deserve that. Cade has done everything right.
I will say this, though. Shout out to Kool-Aid for mentioning Vesuvius and then literally a minute and 30 seconds later finding a word to rhyme with Vesuvius in enthusiast. So shout out to you. That was well done. That was well played. But I'm glad you mentioned the Pistons in terms of them having opportunities and them kind of squandering some of them because the question is, can they win in Adam Silver's NBA? They wouldn't have beat the Spurs or the OKC this year, but they had an opportunity to go up 3-0 on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes,
that had nothing to do with the refs. That had something to do with turnovers. That had something to do with J.B. Bickerstaff and so on. So can they win? Yeah, if they had the pieces, if they do what they're supposed to do in this offseason, which is another thing we'll be talking about with the draft coming up, pick 21 for the Detroit Pistons. Interested, Kool-Aid, to see what do you think, what's going on with that. But the Pistons can win in this. It's all about what they do with the 21st pick and what they do in offseason.
Hey, you mentioned that 21st pick just real quick. I know we're not talking about it, but
why not?
It's going to be interesting to see because that's one of the developments that as you're going into the offseason, I wish they did different things. I really do, and Trajan talked about that. But that 21st pick is looking a lot better than what things could have been going into the offseason. Some people want them to package their draft picks for some type of fortune, not even to move up, for some star. They're like F them picks. People are getting there with the Pistons. I want to know where Anson's at with that in YouTube.
We'll get there, but no, we're not done with Adam Silver's NBA.
All
right? Vesuvius is ready.
I was like, Anson's not smiling
listen,
at all.
I needed to hear you. I needed to hear what you said. I liked one thing that I'll bring back, but listen. Braylon, to your point, Game 3, they should have won.
Yeah.
A couple flops in the last 2 minutes. Some unethical basketball from the Detroit Pistons puts them on the free throw line, what we didn't see in those final 2 minutes, and would have gotten us that W. Yeah. All right? If you sell some of those fouls, I don't know how Asar gets to sell that trip better, but you get to the foul line in those final 2 minutes.
You're right.
It's what they did not do. Absolutely, I'm right. I'm watching great basketball being played by a team that isn't in the finals right now in favor of a team that can't pick themselves off the ground enough against another team that's on the ground even more. And sure, shout out to Jalen Brunson for flopping all over the place and hitting some ridiculous fall-away jumpers. That wouldn't have happened against the Pistons. And I will tell you this right now, the peasants are cheering the fact that they get to take on the Cleveland mistakes. The Pistons better figure out how to adjust and play the game the way it's played now if they want to win in Adam Silver's NBA.
All right, to that point, I would say then that's on J.B. Bickerstaff. J.B. Bickerstaff has to become a better version of himself in the offseason in terms of how to help guide Cade Cunningham to that reality, because you're absolutely correct. This is the reality we live in. Individuals in the league, they know how to manipulate the rules. Every single star on every single team knows how to get the call, knows when it does the flop. They know. They know that thing. The Detroit Pistons seem to be the only one that's not looking for it. Don't want to play that. No, that's not who we are. That's not what it is. Well, that ideology is costing you games. It's costing you moments. It's costing you situations where the refs may want to give you something, but you're not looking for it, so they're keeping the whistle in the pocket.
All right, man. I'm through because I got to ask this now because you're right. Ethical hoops in an era where the referees are ethical refs, 100%. But ethical play or ethical hoops in an era where the refs are literally going to penalize you for that, what do you do? Because Cade did get stronger.
He did.
We did see the free throw rate go up. but we also saw that he's still not getting the whistle that the world's greatest floppers are getting. And I'm not saying turn into that. But at what point in time is there an art to, we heard J.B. Bickerstaff talk about it, at what point in time is there an art to literally studying how to make sure you can pick up those types of fouls, putting your position in that, and what is that line between Cade Cunningham and some of these players getting better at that and unethical hoops?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. One of the biggest things about me when I played in the league is I wasn't the guy going to the ref. Like, I never went to the ref. I wasn't asking for the pass in the front. I wasn't asking for the holding. I wasn't asking for the face mask. I just didn't grow up that way. I'm from Detroit. We go get it out the mud. That's what it is. I get it out the mud. I went to Michigan. It was the same thing. Lloyd told me.
It's only a foul if you give it to me.
Hey, you don't talk to the ref. That's what it was. That's what it was. So when I got into the league, it was the same thing. I'm not asking for it. I'm just playing ball. If I get the call, I get the call. If not, it's cool. I'm a 6'3", 218-pound wide receiver. I'm not out here, he's holding, he's grabbing. I wasn't doing all that. But when I got to the Jets, Rex Ryan, a couple times, he said, hey, look, there are going to be moments, there are going to be players that this is what they do. When you watch on film, this guy holds, number 24 holds. The McCourty twins were notorious for it. So he told me, he said, look, man, don't be afraid to talk to that ref. They've been watching film. They know the individuals that hold. They know that this is in their resume and their repertoire. So if you feel like you get grabbed, it's okay to say something. We're playing the Patriots in the playoffs, and lo and behold, had a play, boom, I got held by McCourty, and I just like looked at him like, come on, man, some bullshit. And then the ref was right there. He saw it, and he called the flag. So I tell that story to say there are moments and there are times when it's okay to say, hey, look, man, it's some BS. Because the refs, when they see it, when they've been watching, when they've been studying it, they're ready to blow the whistle. But if a person isn't calling, what's the old school saying? The squeaky wheel? Every once in a while, every once in a while, in moments, you got to be that squeaky wheel, Cade, and you got to get that call.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, and just to put a bow on this whole conversation, you were talking about taking the summer to look at the rules and in an era where we don't find the refs ethical and we don't find 29 other teams ethical either, you have to adjust to what that is. And if you remember Harden a decade ago, there was a summer where an already great player took this massive jump. And I watched something years ago about it. He took the rule book and took film, and he basically watched guys like Rip Hamilton. Remember how he basically pushed the border of the rules? Every time he caught the ball, he'd shuffle his feet before he'd set. He'd get an extra step and a half in. It was traveling, but now it's completely within the rules. Yeah. And Harden was the first to dissect all of the loopholes in the game, from throwing your head back to getting the extra steps in when you catch the ball or when you're taking your step back jumper, the gather, all of those things. He was the guy that cracked the code first in the NBA, and you watched him take you to school in it. So whether you're ethical or not, whether you believe in the Pistons types of hoops or not, which I do, we all do here in Detroit, we're bad boys. The fact of the matter is, you said it, Bray, JB has to take this team, and they have to re-examine the current state of Adam Silver's NBA and figure out how they take advantage of it.
Pick number 21, my favorite number, by the way. What did the Pistons do with that pick, Kate?
Hey. Fall to me, X.
I know you've been waiting
Fall
for this.
to me, X.
What are the Pistons doing? And like you said, in a draft where this is actually an old school NBA draft. There's players for at least the first 25 picks. You can get some quality players in this draft. What are you thinking? Is Yaxel Lindenborg? Is that one? Is that the name I'm hearing? Is it a Amon-Ra? Is it someone off this Michigan team?
Ooh.
I don't see Yaxel being around.
He's not.
He's not going to be.
There was a time early in the season when it was like he's going to be there at 20 and 21, and I'm like, man, if he could just slide a few more spots.
He was a second-round pick for a while.
Yeah, then the Pistons got that pick, and then all of a sudden everyone was like, oh, he's just not going to be there. I'm like, what is it about the Pistons every time they're in a position to land a potentially special player, now all of a sudden they're just not out of the running for it, you know? But I'm happy for Yax's, to see him climb up those draft boards. But Mara, that's definitely a potential.
Yax feels like an OKC player. Like just a guy that's already 24.
Rich get richer.
They got the ninth pick. They got the ninth pick this year, I think.
They got 12 and 17.
They got the 12th pick and 17th pick. Yax is a guy that's 24. You can throw him on the bench. He's already kind of ready to play. He
Instant pro.
Yeah,
Instant pro. Now, this guy here, this is a fascinating conversation because
it's crazy.
some months ago, you didn't think he was a first rounder.
I did not.
And whether we agreed with the scouts' understanding of him
I thought
or
they were
not,
crazy.
I told you this guy was going to be at the back end of the teens and high 20s or early 20s. Now we're seeing you think he's not even going to be here at 21.
Yeah, you know what? Because I'm starting, just like we said, that the Pistons have to understand how this NBA is played. I'm understanding how this NBA is played. What I think about him doesn't matter. It's about what this league is, how you can move, and it's good.
Right.
A 7'1" guy that has soft hands at the rim, can block shots.
7'3".
Oh, that's right. He is 7'3". Yeah. I thought he was a little soft, but if you're manipulating rules, if guys are flopping, it's not the same physicality level, then he fits in this league. I still don't see it, but I understand that he will be gone before the Pistons pick.
7'3" men with
He's
a
not that
standing
athletic, though.
reach higher than Wemby.
But he can't move
That
like
can
Wemby
shoot
or
the-
Giannis.
well,
or
nobody
any other
can
guy.
play like move or
he can't,
play
he
like
can't
Wemby.
move like Joel Embiid, who's on like 19 surgery.
But listen, they're going to say he's the Wemby stopper.
I'm not trying to hear that.
I mean, listen. Hey,
Look at that arm. Look at that left arm.
I believe he will be overdrafted.
Look at that left arm. What are you doing with that? If he threw that elbow, Anson, and hit you in the nose, your nose wouldn't even
Is
break.
that the Bob Dole thumb right there?
Bob Dole? Bob Dole? Saturday Night Live, was it Saturday Night Live and rest in peace, Norm Macdonald used to do it. Amazing Bob Dole.
Hey, listen, this guy I think is going to be overdrafted. However, he has an NBA-ready game, I believe.
Okay.
Not to the point where he's going to impact heavily his first year, but he can get you 12 to 18 minutes on a lot of teams, specifically the Pistons.
Yeah.
He's going to stretch the D. He can hit the three. He's a great passer. He's a tremendous at-rim defender.
He go to Michigan State? Did he go
listen,
to State?
Once they gone, I'll talk about him for real. But
That is fair.
Listen, you know, I've been a decent fan of this kid. I felt that he could work his way into the lottery, and I believe that much like Blake Miller ascending, this guy will experience the same jump. The Wemby stuff is very interesting because he's on everybody's mind right now. He's the focus. And that stat I keep seeing is the 9'9" reach that Mara has, standing reach, is taller than Wemby's. I think that the whole of the NBA is going to be looking for Wemby stoppers moving forward because he is changing the game. And this guy over the guy that we're about to show you is that one guy that the Pistons could put in the middle in an NBA Finals against those Spurs that, hey, might be able to equalize a little.
Got to get out the East to play the Spurs.
Yes,
Kool-Aid, want to bring you in, see what are you thinking about the Pistons at 21st pick? What are you hearing? What are you moving? For me, before we get there, I don't care who the player is. All right, you ready? I'm looking at you, talking to the people out there. I don't care what school they went to.
Sure?
I don't care what overtime league they went to. I don't care how long they were in college or these institutions. You know what I want? Can we get a draft pick that can dribble, that can shoot, and that has an offensive game? I'm tired of all these players that the Pistons draft. Just go back.
Can you hoop?
Just go back. Just go back and look at the last 10 years worth of draft picks and look at the guys like Ron Holland, Asar Thompson, Jaden Ivey, Marcus Sasser. Well, he can shoot ish. But, like, you can just keep going. Chaz Lanier, Killian Hayes. Do I need to keep going?
No, please don't.
Do I need to keep going?
Please stop.
Like, we keep drafting players that fit the Detroit thing, the grit,
Hustle.
everything. Detroit versus everybody. Oh, you got to hustle. You got to play defense. You got to play on both sides. I'm tired of the defense. Give me somebody that can put the ball in the hoop. Give me somebody to get out there and get you 30. Give me somebody to put the ball hezzy, tween, take you off the dribble, spin move. Now I'm at the rim. Oh, a little bit of sauce on that thing, a little dip on your chip. That's what I need. Let me keep drafting
you know
all these players, and it's like, and then it's, okay, well, we're dumbing their roles down because this is how they had to fit. No, we're not. Because when we need them, they're struggling. Get some guys that have an offensive pedigree. I don't know who that is, but I need an offensive pedigree.
You know what? And you're not wrong on that. I think that there's a balance to what you're saying, and I think that what you're striking there is this. There was at some point in time where Detroit did lose all their identity, and there was none of that there. Then we got Isaiah Stewart, and we were like, oh, my gosh. And we knew we had to restock, but it's like they just never stopped. It's like, guys, it's overflowing, and we didn't refill the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know Woodward Pistons, Rod Beard. Shout out to Rod Beard from the Detroit News. We used to use baking analogies. Yeah. And it's like, if you're going to make the bread, it's not just the flour. You also going to need a little bit of sugar. You also going to need a little bit of oil. You also going to need these other things. They just went just hard line with a whole bunch of the grit. And it's just like, bro, at some point in time, you guys do have to balance out what you are drafting to this roster so you can field the right offensive pieces, because the ones that they have drafted offensively, they've been shorter. Yeah. You know, even the luck they strike with Danis Jenkins and then Marcus Sasser, who they're trying to depend on as their offensive pieces, even Jaden Ivey, I thought that he was one, but obviously we know the injury. So I know ESPN, they are saying in their mock draft, they got the Detroit Pistons taking Duke sophomore, a shooting guard, Isaiah Evans, 6'5" and a half, 186, and he do got a little bit of offensive wiggle to his game. And so they're at least thinking in that place, you know, especially after your Trajan Langdon's comments on the fact that they actually liked Jaden Ivey. They thought that he was going to bounce back, but unfortunately the injury mixed with the fact that, you know, he has some contract stuff coming up forced their hand in this situation. But they still have that need. And so, Bray, from that standpoint, you're 100% right. Whether they try to attack it in the draft and or in free agency, 100%, I feel where you're at right now.
Yeah, 100%. Just want to see some more offensive, because I feel like when we were watching the playoffs this year, there were a lot of times when the guys on the court, there's one guy that can handle the ball. There's one guy that you trust to be able to put the ball in the hoop. Yeah, I want to be able to trust more individuals. It starts in the draft. We got to nail the draft. Let's take a quick commercial break. Let me tell you a little bit about Loom Cannabis over there, my guy,
Tell
Anson.
them all about it. I'm excited. I'm excited to get into this next segment.
That sounds personal in a good way.
This draft is personal, but Loom is personal for me too, guys. You know I love that Berkeley location down at 12 in Woodward. Shout out my guys MJ and Javante. It's the boutique dispensary of Michigan. It's so clean, it's so well set up, and the staff is just so helpful. But we're going to be your plug, all right? We're going to hook you up with 30% off. Next time you go, beforehand, you can scan that QR code, go right to their website, plug in that WSN 30, you're going to save 30% off your purchase. You just go right in, they'll have it ready for you. Or say it when you're there, and they'll walk you around and show you all the amazing products that they have, and they've got locations all around Michigan. There's a Loom by you. So check them out, find the location near you, and take advantage of that 30%.
There are regular sports bars, and then it's Art and Jake's. 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 drafts on tap. Look, this is the place you go to watch the sports. Pistons, Tigers, Lions, Red Wings. It doesn't matter. They just want you to pull up. It's an amazing time. Yeah, they got bar food that slaps. They got the wings, the burgers. They have all, but they also have some healthy options too, if you're individual like myself. But come on down, man. I'm telling you, they want you to be there. Scan this QR code on the screen. See what they offer. See what the menu is. The menu is extensive. And then they're all around the states. We've been to Novi. We've been to Highland. We've been to Plymouth, I want to say. They're around the state. Pull up. Great time. Great energy. And the TV. Chris, we'll see you there soon.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports. Don't miss all the Detroit Pistons coverage on Woodward Pistons on YouTube. Head over and subscribe now for in-depth Pistons coverage, player interviews, roundtables, and live watch parties. The bad boys of Detroit media are here. Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness, home of the no judgment zone. Now, I take that back. I will judge you if you wear jeans. That's the only time I'm judging people. I've been seeing people lately. Brutal. I don't know what the wave is.
What about jeans shorts?
Hell no, jorts. You can't be in Planet Fitness wearing jorts. No, look, check this out. Planet Fitness has no judgment, but I do. If I see you in the gym wearing some jeans or some jorts, it's me and you. It's going to be on and popping, and I got all the jokes. Other than that, your fitness is essential, man. So come on down to Planet Fitness. Like I said, there's no judgment here. Trainers on staff, and then everything is clean. The equipment is clean. The locker room is clean. This is a great place to work out. Start your journey, continue your journey, or take it to the next level. But do it at Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. No jeans or no shorts. Jorts.
Summer is IPA.
John Cena's running around the gym.
Guys, you guys know summer is IPA season, and the king of IPAs is celebrating its 15-year anniversary. Of course, I'm talking about All Day IPA from Founders Brewing. We have just partnered up with them. We're real excited about that because this is the premier of the IPA category with its citrusy, crisp, and refreshingly perfectly balanced taste. 4.7% alcohol is going to carry you throughout the day as well. So whether it's the beach, it's a tailgate, it's a Tigers game, get yourself some all-day IPA, but make sure that you drink it responsibly.
And we back.
Definitely better drink responsibly because the other side of that 10K is real. Better drink responsibly.
You don't want to be dead wrong.
Hell no. Be on one of our segments.
That's right.
Anson, what's going on with the super chats, man? We got anything?
We
cooking
do.
in the
We
chat?
do. You know, you already know who popped our cherry. Our
Mr.
White
Wary?
Police, of course. Shout out Michael Wary. What free agent do you think the Pistons will go after, or who would you like them to go after? And I love that question. We are going to head there real quick right after we each throw out. Well, I'll throw out my draft guide. You guys will throw out yours. But I want to throw out one that NBADraft.net put out. I've been following this site for way too long. I don't want to admit how many years. They get a lot of stuff right. And I think you guys will love their selection at 21.
Talk about it, Dan.
Kool-Aid. Show them. Somebody show them.
All right, there you go.
There he is. Morez Johnson Jr.
He was amazing.
Where did he go to school?
He, Illinois and then University of Michigan.
Mo Johnson.
Yeah, he's
Pause.
He's part of that national championship.
Listen, did you see this kid's workout?
I saw some of it.
He didn't miss. Absolutely did not miss. Again, he doesn't have a...
You talking like Donovan Mitchell levels?
Hey, he doesn't have a gold jersey on in this photo, as you can see. The guy can fill it up.
Every color.
He's won a championship, which that kind of experience is just indispensable. It's so valuable. I don't care what level it's at. I have the worries about staying at home and all the distractions that come with that, but this is a pick that I don't hate by any means, even though I might hate where he came from.
You might dislike. You don't hate it.
I don't do that word. Sorry, I don't even like to put that four-letter word out there.
I wouldn't worry about in terms of staying close to home because he was only here for a year. You know, one of the situations where he did 3 years in Michigan, 4 years in Michigan, where he's from the city of Detroit. So I think you'll be okay in that regard. With that being said, I didn't fully watch the workout, and I just had that whole meltdown talking about what type of players I want. When you watch Morez Johnson, a lot of those buckets come at the rim. A lot of those come at the rim, and it reminds me of maybe even a Sar Thompson to a certain extent. So do we want to bring in another Sar Thompson type player? That'd be the only question.
He hit a lot of threes in March, man, and April.
Yeah.
He did. He did. Where you at on that Kool-Aid in your corn and blue?
I'm for the Michigan players, man. Obviously, coming off of a national championship, and I think ready for more. That's what I think I like best about if you select one of those guys coming from Dusty Mays. I believe they're going to be more ready, especially picking down in that 21. That's where what I've experienced, and I got the opportunity over the last few years to talk to a couple different scouts. One I'll name by name. Shout out to Fred. He does some stuff for New York Knicks out here at LCA for Pistons games. And he talked about the fact that obviously the lottery now is filled up with just potential. Just potential, even if that potential is not going to be realized until 5 years from now. So it allows you to be able to get somebody that much better kind of in this type of range. And I do believe that Morris Johnson is somebody that you take a good look at, but is he the absolute bucket that you need at a 21? Is there going to be people at that level who you could put the ball in their hands and you know that that player can go and do work? And it's tough sometimes, but the Pistons over the recent years, part of their core, you talk about like an Isaiah Stewart and players they've been able to find that low, obviously different position, but in terms of the impact at that position, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Somebody who can more or less dominate the ball next to Cade Cunningham from a scoring aspect.
Impact and dominate the ball. Boy, did you just set me up there and you didn't even know where I was going.
Yeah.
So you, my friend, you were talking about end of games, these playoff games. Only one guy can handle the rock, right? Right? And then there's Braden Smith. Yeah, he's a great college player. I'm sure that there'll be plenty of people in Detroit that says we should get him.
I'm warming up to more small forward Cade Cunningham.
Listen, Morris Johnson is a great player, but there's a lot of Morris Johnson profiles across the NBA, including on our team, as you already mentioned.
So you picked up what I was putting down. It's a profile.
Did you know that John Morant 2.0 is sitting on the board for the Detroit Pistons to select? Out of Stanford, freshman, 6'2", Ibuka Okori.
6'2" in this NBA?
Backup point guard. Sorry, Danis. You're going to have to find your D elsewhere. Listen, this guy can score.
He's a bucket, man.
He can score, and he can score some more. He will get to the hoop. He can find anybody on the court, and he can hit the three from anywhere you want. Logo? Sure. And he has an absolute handle on him. One of the deepest bags coming out of college this year. Make him a Piston, Trajan.
I'm not going to lie. He's cooking with this.
Okay.
He is.
I just be careful. This is, I'm not.
Look, what stands out for real? This
stands out to me is 6'2" in this NBA, in which they're dominated by tall guys that stretch all the way to the perimeter to the hoop.
Dang. They both cooking right now. Hey, look, that's what I think separates he and Isaiah Evans. People like.
I like Isaiah.
People like because he's a little taller. He kind of has a little bit of that Jaden Ivey profile, but I think a little bit more polished offensive game. But it's true. Okori is just the bucket. You look at the 50% from the field for a player at 6'2", then is he going to be able to give you that type of game or efficiency that we've seen from some of the guards like Donovan Mitchell and such? That's where my mind instantly goes to. And at that rate, and you're talking about that type of a volume scorer at that type of a field goal percentage, that type of true shooting, that's what when I'm talking about dominating, you could put the ball in his hands and go, yes. But you do pose something. No, I mean, it's real. Can this translate to the NBA? That's why, when I'm looking at, if I'm getting like that ball handler next to Cade, I was looking maybe 6'5" to 6'7", 6'4" if they're really a bucket. But it's like some players you forget about, and Anson definitely jogs memory. Then you look at the profile again, and you're like, wait, it's not just the fact that he can go out there and be trusted to go out there and handle this from an ISO on a high usage standpoint, but he's highly efficient with it as well.
If you can play, you can play, though. I mean, you look at what Dylan Harper is doing for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, he's another guy that's on the shorter side, but that boy can shoot the bloodline.
We were just talking to them.
Defense, so, I mean, there is that. I like a guy like Cameron Carr, too, though, man. You get back to the taller side of things. You get yourself another stretch wing. Guy's athletic, can shoot the ball, but also plays defense. This is the calling card of the Detroit Pistons. That could be something there, too. But I just got to make sure that offense measures up.
Cameron Carr.
That is true.
Yeah, Cam Carr will not be on the board.
Yeah.
I think that Evans is an OKC Thunder next year. Book it.
You think they're going to snatch him up?
Why wouldn't they? How does he not fit into what they do?
And they got 2 picks, right? They're 12 and 17.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, there's a name that sits there that's intriguing to me. I'm not sure about his size, but Milan Momcilovic.
Say that again in English.
Momcilovic.
Okay,
you already know. You guys got a lot of opportunity to see him in the Iowa State game, all right? That three honestly, NBA level players on that team. Momcilovic is a guy that can come in and create some offense for this team, but I'm looking through the rest of this draft, and the guys that you guys mentioned, the guys that I like, I think they're all gone. There is one name left that is massively intriguing that could go in the top 10 or slip all the way to 21, and he is Mexican-born Kareem Lopez, who's an absolute bucket. If you don't know about him, spend some time and find out who he is. But we got plenty more draft breakdown coming up over the next few weeks.
Kid born in Mexico named Kareem?
Kareem Lopez, man. He is an enigma.
Right.
Absolutely.
He
Spend
gotta
some
be a
time.
hooper.
Do yourself a favor
100%.
and do some work on Kareem Lopez.
You know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar spent some time coaching down in New Mexico. I'm just throwing that out.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see the
Just
debate
throwing
right
it
now?
out there.
Okay, so did you guys see the debate about how Wemby broke Lou Alcindor's record at doing something of 40 and 20 at the youngest age, but how all of Twitter is upset that they used Lou Alcindor? Where are you at using the person's name when they won it? Because do we say that Caitlyn Jenner won gold medals, or do we say Bruce Jenner won them?
Bruce Jenner.
Okay, and is it okay to say Lou Alcindor? At the time, that was his name when he put up 40. Okay, thank you. It's a big thing on Twitter right now.
Last time, it's interesting. And the reason why it's interesting, this is a good conversation switch, is because if I'm talking about Muhammad Ali, and I say Muhammad Ali knocked out Sonny Liston to get the title, technically Cassius Clay knocked out Muhammad Ali to win his first title, but his name is now Muhammad Ali, where it was before he passed. So, I mean, at the time, I think that's how you phrase it. I think you phrase it as Muhammad Ali, who at the time went by Cassius Clay, knocked out Sonny Liston in 1959.
For sure. For anybody wondering which side you're supposed to be on, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar himself released a tweet a few years ago talking about Lou Alcindor, New York playground legend. Let's talk free agency, guys. I know you got something for us here, Kool-Aid. I know Michael Wary wants to hear. You got a whole list of players there.
What up, though?
Let's skip the Pistons and let's talk about other guys. Who do you like on that list?
For the NBA free agents?
Yes, sir.
Let me pull those back up here.
There's a guy that just got put out, AO, and I know that we're talking about.
You talking about Jason Kidd? Oh, I'm sorry.
We can talk about that, too.
Jason Kidd, man. That Dallas situation is going to be one to come back to be interesting for years upon years upon years. Like, I haven't seen too many times where a team just went on ahead and got rid of their, like, star player at that level, and they're not even in their prime. Like, that move is going to be studied. And we know that had nothing to do with Nico. He's the fall guy. It was a much bigger move. It was the NBA and Adam Silver. But anyway.
That's not a firing. That's a divorce.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Where's Joe D been? Haven't seen him around Detroit. Sadly. Shout out Joe D.
These are the list. These are the names that we looked at a little bit yesterday, man. Kool-Aid. We talked a little bit, but we kind of saved it for you to see what you were thinking about in terms of the free agent pool, because that's the move now. It's the who. It's the who. We talked about it. J.B. Bickerstaff, is he the coach? Blah, blah, blah. The draft pick. But it's what move are you getting? What number 2 are you going to bring in here? What guy are you going to bring in here to be that guy that you see every star needs?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be consistently targeting of Trey.
Yeah,
that is for me. I mean, there are names on this that I like, complimentary pieces, especially when you look at guys like Dylan Brooks. And the intriguing one for me, though, if we're going to go kind of down, path number 2.
Yeah,
it is a little bit of Jalen Green. Like I'm very intrigued at that player who I think he wasn't necessarily utilized properly in Houston, and it's because of the investment they made in the youth movement. And then about second, third year in for him, they're going in there getting vets, and I think that disrupted things for him. Now coming to a situation with players that he's used to, because where is he from? He's from where a lot of the young Pistons guys are from. Where did he grow up playing ball with? Those guys. Who does he have connections with? We know it's with K. There was stuff that happened back in the past where we might have certain fun with Jalen Green, but bringing that stuff to K. Cunningham, he doesn't really play that well with that type of stuff. And so for me personally, I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on a guy like a Jalen Green if Trey Murphy's ticket starts to really, really, really kick up. I really wouldn't.
I would just say be careful for the maturity level with Jalen Green.
Yeah.
I understand he's still a young guy. And
he's a married man now, right? No, I'm just like...
Man, Jalen working on baby 5 and 6, and there's a lot of wing stops around Detroit as well. So it would just be for me watching the maturity level, because like Jalen Green that's like his national brand.
Well, let me ask you this:
I saw more Wingstop commercials than 20-point games.
Well, let me ask you both this. Jalen Green is at his career lowest cost, right?
Yeah.
Like, his ceiling is still massive.
Yeah.
We saw flashes of him coming back from injury this year and really showed to be that number 2 pick that he was. If you go out and you get him right now and you put him in a starting lineup where he can flourish, that could be the steal at free agency.
Yeah, I mean, he got game. Like, he definitely has game. You'll see some games he'll have 35 and he'll come back with 4. It's just about his being able to stay dialed in. And that's what you need a coach for, and that's what you need a community. And I guess to your point, you do have that here in Detroit.
Yeah, and there's another player on this list who at the trade deadline there were 5 players that I wanted to see the Pistons be able to target, and some names I knew that they did check in on. And some of those, the prices were just too expensive. But I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on a guard like a Colin Sexton, especially when you're talking about backup guard who understands his role, can score and can get on those runs that are sometimes like Jay Crawford, like off the bench. That's a player that I would love to be able to see the Pistons take a look at, especially if the price is right. This is a offseason where if we also want them to go and get that star, that doesn't mean that solves all the issues. And that's where, to me, players like a Colin Sexton type, I'm definitely taking a look at in addition to a couple others on here, because isn't what player did we flirt with for years? I thought Benedict Mathurin was a good one. But, oh, my goodness, what's his name? He was with the Hawks for a while and then traded him out to Utah. The big man, power forward. I don't know why his name is slipping my mind.
JJJ?
No. It's not Triple J.
Not Laurie.
No.
I can't believe I can't. RJ, what's
John Collins.
Collins. There you go.
Collins. That's one of the players that, regardless of the situation, I'm figuring out and I'm kicking the tires. You look at our power forward situation.
Is he about 49 now?
Who, John Collins?
Yeah.
He's still a young. I think he's still relatively young.
He's like you're 5, 6.
I think he's still relatively young, man. But I would at least take a look at it. I like the way that he plays the game inside out, and his outside ability doesn't necessarily have him sacrifice the physicality that he can play with in the paint too. So that's just another player that I'm keeping my eyes on this offseason, because you got to do something to upgrade that 4 spot. Even if you bring back Toby, it's got to be something more off the bench. In my opinion, that regardless of how the Pistons may see Tobias, this is how I'm feeling, it's time to upgrade that 4 position, whether it's with the star or making an incremental move like that.
What is your name, son? Toby.
So I look at Peyton Watson, at Terry Eason, and Benedict Mathurin, and even Jonathan Kuminga.
Terry Eason is a good one.
If you take Ron Holland and you include him in a trade with multiple draft picks to go and get your Trey Murphy, your Lauri Markkanen, your MPJ, whoever that Robin is that they're seeking, you need to replace that small forward spot with somebody that can score. Yeah. Because having Ron and Asar on the same team didn't help. All 4 of those guys, I'll tell you, Peyton Watson's a guy that I really think developed, especially with the loss of Joker for a month this past season. He ended up getting hurt. I think all of those guys' value is down. They're all super young still. If you could get any one of those 4 after making a move to get something big using Ron Holland, that team just becomes that much more dynamic.
Obviously, a lot of moves still on the table for the Detroit Pistons as they're just starting their off season. So as we get more information, we'll update you more, and we'll come back too when we see we have something a little more solid. Look, man, before we go to commercial break, though, Kool-Aid, yesterday we debuted a new segment-ish, if you will, and it's called Dead Wrong, or, depending on how you're feeling that day, Dead Ass Wrong. And now what that segment is you come in and you talk about something that you were absolutely dead wrong on. 2 things that I chose yesterday. I want to get your opinion on it. 1, when you were here on, what's today? Today is Wednesday. So on Monday, I said that the Pittsburgh Steelers bringing in Aaron Rodgers. I said for $25 million. All right, cool. He played better last season. Probably gives them a better chance to be some type of successful this season. Absolutely not.
Kool-Aid.
Absolutely not.
Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah. This
Kool-Aid.
That's my in the courtroom situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
When I was dead wrong. But no, just looking at that situation, absolutely not. They keep going after Aaron Rodgers. They keep going after quarterbacks. Do not make their brand better. They won't necessarily look at the future. They're stuck in the present and they're stuck in quicksand. Having him for $25 million, like, what are we doing? I think if I was a fan base, if I was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I'd be pissed. The other thing that I was dead wrong on, and this is where I want you. We gave J.B. Bickerstaff grace on Monday at the podium when he talked to the reporter. The reporter asked the question, and he said that question is unacceptable. And then on Monday, I came here and I said, you know what? It's been a long year. He's got these guys right. Number one seed. Like, you know, when you're at that podium, the heat of the moment, you're tired, you want your respect for your players. Kool-Aid, I was out here blowing smoke. I went back and thought about that, and it was unacceptable. I was dead wrong. You can't come to this podium after getting blown out by 31 in Game 7 at the crib and ask for patience and ask for nice question and ask for you to speak positivity in your team that just dropped a turd in face of a lot of fans there. You can't come with this rhetoric. You can't come with this conversation when your record in the playoffs is 16-25 and you've never been out of the second round. You can't talk to referees like you do and you haven't necessarily done anything in the spectrum of success in the playoffs, success getting to the finals. So for me, I was dead wrong about signing with J.B. Bickerstaff on that particular day. I think he should have faced more heat and more criticism. And looking at it and playing professionally in other cities, they ain't like that in other cities. Like, you're not getting that grace in Cleveland. You're not getting that grace in New York. You're not getting that grace in San Francisco. So for me, I think I sided too much with J.B. Bickerstaff, and I backed off that point. So what say you?
I think two things can be kind of right. One, where there could be more heat. Because the records, they now present what they do, and the Pistons as the number one seed, we saw them fall short. And I think that across all three levels, from players to coach to GM, there are definitely things to question. But the question that was asked when he did that, I was in the room, it was a question that a reporter who is known for
stirring
the pot a little bit. He asked a question that he had already answered in that same press conference. And when JB said, I'm not disappointed, then the reporter, he's trying to get effectively that type of response. Yeah. And so that's why I say I think two things can be true. I do believe that there could be heat applied. I don't know how well that one was. And that's where even me, as I'm looking at, our coverage that we're going to do, I'm putting in the credential request for the NBA draft this year, and the different conversations we're able to have as we get I'll be able to get hear different things about the Pistons free agency approach at those types of events. How do we handle this as it relates to J.B. Bickerstaff? I know that in a moment there's multiple things from emotions that go on for all of us. We're happy that this is the greatest kind of basketball run we've seen in like 20 years. But at the same time, we could also recognize, I think, as that emotion is subsiding, the hurt of losing, being mad at the refs, now it gets back to the more logical component of it, and we can look and see and say, this one is something that probably deserves a little bit more, maybe even if it's not criticism, at least dialogue and proper conversation. That's something that me personally, this is my 5th season. This is my 5th season I just completed. So shout out to Woodward Sports and all the support I've gotten from great people like y'all, Braylon, Anson. But I'm learning more and more through this process to be able to stop and better assess, better analyze, and better critique things, no matter what my heart says, but follow a little bit more of what the logic says and investigating something with real questions based on the facts, Bray. I think that that's something that we do need to do a lot more to hold our teams accountable. We will get comfortable. And then what did people do when they got popped in the mouth? The only person who was not surprised with what happened with the Detroit Lions, that dude over there, Mr. Anson. He kept telling us, this is what they're going to do. Be happy for what they are. Do I want them to win a Super Bowl? Yes. But these teams do specific things. And I do believe that the more we ask certain questions and hold people accountable, especially with what we've seen the Pistons do when they do get close to a championship, who knows what types of moves or what types of things that you can enact within these organizations. So I do believe in that. Yeah, the heat and the questions, those things are more appropriate, and they probably should be asked more than they are. And as a journalist who has that opportunity, I put that on me first. I do. I'm not going to speak for other people. I'll put that on me first. And I do want to be able to ask and get into even more of those types of questions from a critical standpoint, so we can have real dialogue about this team. It's a serious team now, and I think it deserves more serious questions.
I won't remind you about my dead wrong, but I will catch up with the super chat here. Michael Wary, okay, chat, JD is still only 22 and learning. Stop the BS. He's not going anywhere. We all want the chip, but guys, make it make sense. We'll talk more about him later on in the week. And then one more here from Michael Wary, a name that I really like, but I don't think he'd leave. How about Lou Gunts Dort? I think all of us would be happy. He'd fit in perfect. He defends. He's gritty. But he also hits that three. Time to pay some bills, right?
Yes, sir.
100%.
Estates.
And to answer Joe Harry in the chat's question, I lived in Avon Lake.
Oh, yeah. I got to also address Blimpie in here. Yeah. Bro, I love it, but Cooper Flagg, a.k.a. the Great White Hype, probably is the most untouchable player in the NBA not named Victor Wembanyama.
They're trying to get Coop and Cade. I see him in the chat.
Cooper ain't going anywhere.
They're trying.
Dude. You could trade the next 20 first-round picks and your star, and Coop ain't going anywhere.
That'd be legendary.
Love you, Blimpie, but sorry.
I'm actually very interested to see what the Dallas Mavericks do now they move on for Jason Kidd, because I believe Cooper Flagg is like something special.
He is.
Like, he's one of those rare throwback players where like he's like Wemby. Like, he's American-born, but he has that foreign grit to him, like, where, like, all he wants to do is be the best version of himself. Like, he just goes where you point him. So they have to get a guy that comes in and point him in the right direction and then stack team guys next to him.
Bro.
Like Dylan Harper next to Wembanyama, et cetera. They got to make that move.
We've been waiting for him since Bird retired.
Oh, white boys.
Let's be honest.
It's fair.
That's Cooper Flagg, baby.
I'm glad you said it, because I damn sure knew
Oh,
it.
it's the truth, man. Like, all the great white players, they have passports from other countries. Unfortunately, that's the current state of American basketball.
See, the good news about Cooper Flagg is you don't have a Magic Johnson drafted that year. It's just Coop.
It's true.
It's just Coop.
He might even be that much more intriguing if he did have that, though.
See how good he really was?
Mm-hmm.
You know who's really good is the state title agency. Whether you're buying a home or refinancing, the team at a state's title agency, they can make sure that the situation goes simple and convenient. Probably served Michigan since 2003. That's over 20 years of experience. I see you over there doing the robot justice to Tile. Combine that with my boy Nabisa Haas. Combine that with his expertise. You can guide any title or escrow transaction to a smooth landing. And they know you're busy, so that's why they have weekend and late night closing by appointment only. They want to make the process simple, convenient, smooth. All these words are the words that I like. For all your title needs, call Mr. Deeds.
Hey, we are halfway through May. That means Mental Health Awareness Month is coming to an end soon. So you've got a little bit of time left to get things started with Pure Psych. Listen, whether you're dealing with anxiety, PTSD, or you just want to get the ball rolling with some counseling, these are the guys. They cater their treatment to you. It's not like everybody else's cookie cutter programs. They do it just for you. They're also all throughout Michigan, a couple more in Northern Ohio. And again, there's no better time than Mental Health Awareness Month. So give them a shout out and find them over at PurePsychMI.com.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
If you are looking to take your relaxation to the next level, actually, I know you guys are. You're probably already scanning that QR code because you guys know the deal. Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills is the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, and they carry top-tier brands like Infinity and Osaki, making it the go-to destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge wellness technology. And y'all already know us, man. You guys have seen it at the watch parties, and you guys already understand the stories told about that chair. Everybody's falling in love with that chair. You will too. So be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan and Wellness Doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews, at the Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
And y'all got to put down that full can of sugar in neon colored liquid because you know better. It is time to upgrade your game with Thrive Energy pouches.
No neon liquid.
This ain't your daddy. Yeah, over that. This ain't your daddy's dip though, Kool-Aid. It is tobacco free, nicotine free, mental powerhouse of clean, smart caffeine. No jitters, zero bloating. Thrive can be found online at dipstop.com. Remember to use that promo code WSF for 50% off your entire order. Found exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive Clean Energy. They flip and work, y'all.
We back.
And we're back. Yo, I appreciate the engagement in the chat, man. I've been checking you guys out today. Crazy Clown, you don't have to be quiet. Keep it going. You've been here all the time. I know you
love you, Clown.
You say crazy stuff, man, but that's what we want, man. We appreciate you for tuning in. And Joe Harry, Lakewood's dope, man. I spent some time out there. I had to tell you about that in person. You know what I'm saying? That's not for the show. But then we're back. Super Chats caught up on. And also, Sweet Potato Cam, you noticed something in the chat. You noticed one of the staples we've been trying to get off the ground. It may be catching.
I sure did. I saw y'all in the chat there giving your predictions for Peaks and Cheeks. Couldn't find the exact chat though, but I did see someone shout out Cheeks going to Blake. I'm assuming that was Blake Miller.
Oh.
I don't know.
Cheeks going to Blake Miller?
Cheeks going to Blake. I saw it. It only said Blake there.
Okay.
So that's
maybe
that's
Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, maybe.
That guy's all cheeks to me, dude.
Yeah, one.
Wow. Yeah. No. A lot of Pistons fans, they have him in their Pistons royalty off that one season.
You mean kids that are under 24 that are desperate for somebody to have latched onto while they were children?
You know what? That's a real thing. It is. It's a real thing because
I try to be fair.
Yeah, Michigan's absence in terms of football from 2000 and
Blake was everything, I guess, during that time for a lot of fans.
Yeah, everything for a nothing squad. I prefer Stanley Johnson.
They made the playoffs.
I prefer Stanley Johnson.
In your head, LeBron James, Stanley Johnson?
Give me Greg Monroe all day.
Moose.
Monroe over Blake.
Drummond's
wow.
Still in the league. Huh? I was thinking about it. Drummond's still in the league.
So you take the longevity of Moose here in a Pistons jersey over the 1 year of Blake.
Bro, come on. Ben Gordon got signed for 1 year. Because he had 1 year. He got millions and ruined our franchise. Give me 1 year of Blake. Oh, he's solid in coverage, though. He's a better actor than he is a leader of your ball club. Love seeing him shoot that 19% three-pointer.
All right, you guys. Let's switch it up a little bit, man. I think the Pistons conversation, I think it's done for right now.
Well, then I'm going to clear out the super chat. What is the realistic contract for Durant? Just came in, 313 Garage. He says 5 year, $200 million. Can you speak on that, Kool-Aid?
I believe he's going to get something north of. I feel like it's the 35.
Over 40? Yeah.
I can see getting to 40. I can see, like, if depending on what they see the potential, and you hear Trajan Langdon talk about Jalen Duren, he referenced who he was during the regular season. All-Star center, get you 2010. They expect this to be Jalen Duren, not just in the regular seasons as well as in the playoffs. That will get you your $40 million, but I can see this, a sweet spot, be probably about $38 million, especially when you look at your Nick Claxton's out there getting $25 million. His deal started at 28. But it's been
one
going
last
in
one. I'm
reverse.
sorry to cut you off. Anthony Tolliver or Blake Griffin?
The Tolliverse? Come on.
I'm going Tolliver.
Come on.
Give me Anthony.
Come on, man. The Tolliverse now?
All right.
That's playing dirty.
All right, Pistons is done. Let's go.
What do the Pacers and Halliburton look like next year when he comes back? Are they just a completely washed team that has to start over, or do you expect them to be somewhat contending early and
Who's their
figure it
number
out
two?
late? Huh?
Who's their number 2?
Yeah, because Miles Turner ain't it.
Benedict Mathurin ain't it?
Yeah.
Who's their number 2?
Neymar.
He had a nice year.
Yeah.
He had a nice year. But man, that team's thin. They all jumped ship after he got hurt.
Yep.
Speaking of nice years, how about we do some over and unders?
Ooh,
over unders
like
came out
that.
in the NFL. We got some teams. We didn't choose to do the whole NFC. We focused on the teams that matter, the teams you know, the teams you may hate, which means you respect them, and then teams in the Lions' way. 11 and a half. 2 teams.
That's it?
Meet that criteria this year.
Wow.
I think there were 4 last year. 2 teams meet that criteria, the Ravens and the Rams. What say you, Ravens 11 and a half?
First-year coaches just don't usually get it done.
It's Jesse Minter, though. You got to look at the pedigree.
Well, Ben Johnson just kind of proved me wrong last year as well.
I feel like Jesse comes from – oh, go ahead.
I love the Ravens. I'd love to see it. I actually do think that it happens.
Okay.
I think the fact that their defense was just decimated, similar to what we saw here in Detroit. And then you also lose Lamar. That's a team that is stacked. And I do like Minter. I will admit it. I think that's a team that is going to benefit from a bad schedule as well, just like here in Detroit.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely benefit from a better schedule. And also, too, I think Jesse Minter is going to come in and got to fix this defense. Like, this is the statement. The calling card of the Baltimore Ravens, their whole history,
yes, sir.
Defense, defense, defense. Every other day I come here and talk about playing in that conference. They got away from that.
Mm-hmm.
And although they had good defensive players, Kyle Hamilton, probably the best safety in the game, not probably, is the best safety in the game. You had him, but they struggled. They struggled to fit the bill night in and night out. I was talking to a person named I won't disclose, but he was talking about how a lot of these older coaches, these older defensive coordinators, they don't necessarily adapt. They don't change. Jesse Minter adapts and changes. He's a young guy. He was with the Baltimore Ravens. He went to Michigan. He went to the Chargers. And look what he did. He instantly turned that Chargers team from the last defense in the league in 2024 to the first defense in the league in 2025. So I think he'll bring that young talent mixed in with some of the guys they got. Trey Hendrickson, I think they'll get the ship right, and I definitely think they go over this year, B-Lab.
I actually disagree with you. I think they go under. They're not getting any younger. We saw Lamar kind of hit a drop-off last year, as well as Derrick Henry. And we saw some injuries within the O-line and stuff like that. But I just don't see any flash. I don't see any weapons on the offensive side of the ball that much, especially on the perimeter. So I'm going to go under 11.5. I think they'll still make it to 10, maybe 11 wins, but I don't think they succeed 12.
That's absolutely fair. The Lamar drop-off, I will say, injuries played a big role in that. But to your point, I've also heard players around the league talking about being able to know who Lamar is. A lot of players understand that on the defensive side. Yep. So if that's a true thing, then it doesn't have anything to do with his hamstring. Maybe they absolutely understand how to check.
But to that point, he's only had one coach.
Yeah.
That is bad.
So now they're going to have a new system, and he has an opportunity to reinvent himself. I like the prospects of a great Ravens season.
Rams, I'm taking over. Rams are taking over. I think the Rams are the best team in the NFL.
Yes.
This is the same team I thought was the best team last year. Rams, I'm taking the over.
No argument.
No argument at all. Yeah. Over for sure.
They draft real well out there.
They do. It's funny they draft well considering they're known for Les Snead saying, F them picks.
Yeah.
Until you need them.
Right.
Until you need them.
Psyched us all out.
I've just been waiting for the Rams to just kind of peter out. Like, y'all won your Super Bowl, but they just keep churning that thing over and over, and you look up and it's like they've been doing this for a while now. Don't expect them to fall off anytime soon.
I'm just thinking about Peterus from the Beavers. Every time you say petered out.
they got Trent McDuffie now too, and like that secondary just revamped once again.
They went to the draft too. They got what's the name from the DB they picked up. Oh no, they drafted DB and quarterback.
Second round.
Yeah,
because in the first round they got Ty Simpson.
They got Tim, and that was
Stafford's
the whole
replacement
deal
down the stretch.
But they keep it consistent with the offense. Like once you have your quarterback, Stafford's the quarterback. Like once you have a quarterback, you can consistently build around him. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Mumfield as wide receiver, and then you have a two-headed backfield with Blake Corum out of the University of Michigan and starter Kyron Williams. So like you're revamping on that. Now they got some DBs. This could be a better season for them.
Yeah. No argument.
10.5. The 10.5s. This is fun.
This is where it gets interesting.
This is where it gets interesting. Kool-Aid, I'm coming to you first. The Green Bay Packers, 10.5. What say you?
10.5. In this NFC North, where we've seen these teams
Beat
really
each other
percolate
up.
a little bit and beat each other up.
It's time for the percolate.
I just
It's time for the
not
percolate.
this year. I think this is a good year for the Green Bay Packers to finish last in the NFC North. That's what I think. I don't even want to give the Catfishes, the Chicago Catfishes, shout out Anson, that much credit. But I also know they won the division last year, and our Lions, they're going to be doing that this year. The Minnesota Vikings, I think that they moved ahead of the Packers this offseason with some of the moves they made. So, under.
Ooh, what say you?
Under as well. Like it gets to a certain point where every single time I watch the Green Bay Packers.
You don't believe in Jordan Love?
No.
You don't believe in what Jordan Love can do? Come on, man. He's amazing. Go Utah State.
No. One of the more overrated quarterbacks, 100% in the NFL. Their offense at times, especially
sputtered
towards like the back end of the season, they look slow.
Who are their wide receivers?
Christian Watson, who has a hamstring made out of paper mache. Jaden Reed, who was gone all last year. But I actually like Jaden Reed a lot. I think he's a great receiver.
I like him as a 2-3.
Yes, definitely a good slot guy.
100%.
But then, like I said, too, they're not getting any younger. Jacobs is about to be 30 years old. That O-line was banged up bad last year. And even on the back end of the defense, we all saw Parsons go down. They did add Javon Hargrave, I believe, interior D lineman, which is definitely a good addition, but I don't think that's enough. I think they go under.
What about the other side? He's no longer there, and that would be one Rashawn Gary Anson. You under as well?
I believe they win 10 games.
So they're under.
I like them. Yeah, they're under. I like them for about second, maybe third in the division. I think that they're going to be an absolutely tough out. It's just an excellent franchise.
Yeah.
They understand how to win games and compete for the division year in, decade out.
So maybe in Detroit we should make Sheila sell the team to the fans, and then the city can own. Much like Green Bay, where the fans own.
President Sean Baligian.
1,000%. The bit.
I would be full circle.
Yeah, I think they're a 10-win team.
All right, 10-win team for the Green Bay Packers. Give me the over.
Ooh.
I'm taking the over.
So if we do that,
it's
would
just
Brady
Packer
the
alumni.
exact?
That's all it is.
I'm not. What Packer alumni?
Why do you say over? What makes you go with the over?
Because it's Green Bay. Because I think Chicago is going to be your sleeper last place team.
Ooh. Interesting.
I want them to fight over that. That's what I see.
Chicago.
I think it's going to be Minnesota.
Catfish.
But,
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Minnesota, even though KFC is a wizard. But
give me Green Bay over. I'll start this one. Give me Buffalo.
Careful.
Uh-oh.
Careful. 3 years straight?
Give me Buffalo on over.
Okay.
Over.
Okay, me too, bro. This is the first year out of 3 straight years that we're taking them on the over.
Yeah.
We've been predicting the downfall.
Last year, I definitely was in on the downfall, and I saw the downfall.
You know where that doesn't happen? In your new stadium in the first year.
Yeah. 100%.
Maybe a year or two.
The script has been written.
it's been 6 consecutive seasons since they've hit the over. Like 6 in a row. And now they added defensive firepower. You got Bradley Chubb in there. Like they needed some of that. They're going to be a very good
Double armpit Super Bowl, Detroit Buffalo.
That would be legendary. Legendary.
That's what everybody
Double armpits.
Preview.
He shows his armpits off.
Breaking news, Anson writes the NFL script. He just leaked it, guys.
Shout out.
Conspiracy Anson.
You already know.
Conspiracy Anson. All right, so we got Buffalo on the over. The next team.
Shy Son says the Chicago Bears will be 15-2.
Okay, I like
the
that.
hardest schedule. Okay.
Respect.
And the Bulls are winning a
lost
chip
too.
next year too, buddy. Let's go.
Shout out to the
Shout out Shy
Blackhawks.
Son.
Not.
Hit that like button, bro.
All right, you know who's up. It's the 313. We already have put our overs on for the season, so everybody here has them more than 10.5 wins, 12, 12, 11, 12.
Championship.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I definitely know that they'll get over 10.5 wins. Lions, we are all in agreement.
Smooth, dog.
They're
It's
over
like
10.5.
How's Basile?
Everyone that's calling for like 14 and 15 win seasons, I'm like, guys,
Crack.
let's chill out, please.
You know crack
Even
is
me.
You know crack is real.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
has-
legal, but
Well,
it's
you
real.
know, I said it in the Woodward Instagram, and I got called a casual for it.
Yeah, you know
I'm
what
like,
I'm saying?
okay, buddy.
I'm gonna tell you like
That's,
this. Whenever I see the term casual, the people that still really use casuals, unfortunately, are the casuals.
Unfortunately,
throwing that out.
Stick had him going 17-0.
The stick is diabolical.
I laughed when I saw
Stick
that.
doesn't believe Stick.
I saw that.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I take that back. Sam Day doesn't believe Stick. Stick is
Well,
the character.
there it is.
Stick is the
There it is.
personality
Clip
for
that.
Woodward Sports. 17-0 is Stick. Sam Day, when nobody's around, is probably flirting with 12.
Sam Day
love
places
that.
the bets. Like, so you're telling me Sam
Yeah.
Day places the bets. Stick shows up to Woodward Sports.
Yeah, because if Stick plays the bets, then Stick has to be broke.
Dude, the internal battle
Stick
between
with
those
bro.
two people inside of that human being must be epic.
100%. That conversation was funny yesterday. Like, I felt him ready to go off, but we were too nice to the conversation, like how we handled it. Like he really.
We tried to trap him, but it didn't
100%.
work.
Kansas City Chiefs, and we talked about Rashee Rice, who has
This one's
another
tough.
situation. This one's interesting. Rashee Rice, now with that situation, did you hear about it, B-Lad?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I believe he's serving, a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Month. But
So-
then he's also
violation.
rehabbing his knee as well at the same time. So he wouldn't even be healthy even if he didn't get convicted.
But
Is
here's
he
the
ever
thing.
healthy?
But here's the thing about
when
that.
he is, he's a dog.
He already got suspended for games last year.
That is true,
And he
too.
missed 6 games for the situation that happened on the freeway with the racing. Now, violating probation, this is another charge, which is
Reputation.
another charge with the NFL as well, which
Right.
means this is a 10 game.
Yeah, repeat offender.
That's how the NFL works. 6 goes to 10, and then 10 turns into a full season. So if they play it that way, you may not have your guy for 10 games.
Yeah, and they need him bad, man.
Yeah.
Like watching that receiver core without him last year was a little bit of a struggle. That's why I'm taking their under. I think there's just a lot of drama surrounding that team. Pat Mahomes coming off the ACL injury as well. It's just a big toss-up at the very moment. Kelsey's getting old. They did add Kenneth Walker, which I do think will help out, and Emmett Johnson they drafted. I also thought I was very high on him. So I think we might see a good offense, but that defense too, they did lose some key guys as well. So I'm going to take their under just based off all the stuff that's going on around them. I'm not taking the risk on it.
I'm not going to take the under because you said it and you have on that beautiful University of Michigan long sleeve dry fit. I'm going to take
Casual.
the under because fair. I'm gonna take the under because of this, man. When Tom Brady got hurt, tore his ACL against the Miami Dolphins in 2009 or 10, whenever it was, missed the whole season, and they bought in. Doesn't matter. Tom came back. Tom's not a mobile quarterback. Tom is always precise. It's precision. It's arm. It's the pocket. Moving up, moving to the left, just a bit to the right. That's how he played the game. So him tearing his ACL, it didn't matter to what he was. He was able to come back. Patrick Mahomes, when we think about his highlights, 75% of them are being able to be on the run, to be mobile, to make plays when plays break down, to find a way, to find that 15-yard scramble, to find that play down the field that you've extended sideline to sideline and you're throwing it to Rashee Rice who won't be there. I got to see what that looks like. I got to see what Patrick Mahomes look like because he's not necessarily a Lamar Jackson, Josh Holmes type running quarterback. He's just secretly great at being able to move.
Aaron Rodgers kind of mobile, you know.
A little
just-
bit more, but yes.
More for sure,
Yes,
but
but
just
Sneaky.
Yeah.
What does that look like for Patrick Mahomes this year?
Are you going over?
I'm going under.
Okay, so
I'm going under.
you guys obviously missed the memo from the NFL about Patrick Mahomes' comeback season. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
This is the Chiefs.
I get it.
Travis, Kelsey, Pfizer, Swift. All right,
like it very
guys?
well.
How old is
too.
he?
This is a money
35
sport.
maybe?
This is entertainment. This is NFE.
CAS checked
Okay.
in. Conspiracy answer.
Listen, man, there's no conspiracy. This is the Chiefs.
It's the track record.
Give me the over.
And this is one I actually kind of believe in. That's another team you try to track the downfall a little bit. You look at the build-up, and we know what we need on our team, but Patrick Mahomes, he's that guy more times than not can kind of lift his team above that type of stuff, especially with the legendary coaching.
Yeah.
I can't disrespect Mr. Andy Reid as well. They're always going to have some type of mix. And then, I don't know how I forget this, but adding K9 in the offseason, I don't know, man. It could pay big dividends for them. I want to believe that they're going to be under. I just don't know how to say it.
Hear me out. You know what, Anson? Say what you're about to say.
Remember when the Rams got their free high pick in between their championships?
100%. Yep.
Same deal, bro. They had
Injuries.
to gift the Chiefs a nice pick, a whole year's worth, so they could help Mahomes in their documentary season, because there will be one made about Mahomes' comeback in 2026.
Could do the
I feel like it's a
over-under.
fall off, but I feel you. I just don't see. It's the Chiefs when you say it, right?
The big thing for me when you look at when you look at the Chiefs season, they are in the NFC West. I mean,
It's a tough one.
AFC West.
It's a tough
First
one.
of all, they're not going to win the division. That's going to be won by the Bolts, a.k.a. the Los Angeles Chargers. Then you're going to have Denver. For all the fall-off people think, Denver's still going to be a playoff team. They may be a first-round out this season. They're still going to be and then the Raiders.
The GOAT.
Raiders are going to surprise some people this
they
year.
are.
I like the Raiders this year, and I like the Raiders to beat the Chiefs at least once. I think they split with each team in their division. And then you look at, they play the Seahawks. Who else they got on the schedule?
GOAT didn't go there on accident.
They play the Bills. They play the Rams. They play the Seahawks. They play the Bengals, who I believe is winning that division this year. They play the 49ers. Yeah, that's going to be tough.
That's a hell of a
Not
schedule.
to mention your division.
Right.
I'm going full in on the conspiracy, Bray.
I love it.
Going full on the conspiracy, man. It's going to make no sense because all the reasons you guys mentioned, this team should not win 10 games.
But it's real, too, because the conspiracy side, Kool-Aid, is because every not general manager, every commissioner, every guy that now owns the league, they want their guy. They want the next guy. So when you look at Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers and all the names that you name, that ain't Roger Goodell. Those are all Paul Tagliabue. So, Rodgers looking for his guy, which is Patrick Mahomes, just like Adam Silver.
Didn't let Wemby go to Detroit.
Adam Silver's guy ain't LeBron, ain't Michael Jordan.
It's
And I
Wemby.
use aim for effect. It's Wemby. It's Luka.
And he chose all of their homes, Bray.
100%.
He
So-
literally chose both
so
of those
there
guys,
is-
him and Cooper Flex.
There's something.
So we know
there's-
Kane
there's
ain't his
something
boy.
to what he's saying.
You get Detroit.
Send back to Detroit.
You see what he said? He said in San Antonio.
No
where he still
fouls
got
for
built
you,
in
man.
success. So there is
Man.
something to
No
what
whistles.
Anson
Bray is
said.
preaching, dog.
There's something to what Anson said. Shout out to Anson. You know
So
what?
Bray, you're
Chip on
making
my shoulder
sense,
today.
though. You're making sense, but it just feels hard to believe it. It's like it
does.
is the Kansas City Chiefs, but you're right. The schedule's going to be tough. The improvements versus not the ascension of the Chargers. There's some people here in the chat, especially John
Chargers gonna win.
saying he don't believe in the Bolts. He don't believe in them.
And that's fair because realistically, when you look at the Bolts, you're holding who accountable? You're holding Justin Herbert accountable and what he's not done over the past 6
Great
years. But I
potential.
will urge you, Jim Harbaugh is a different type of coach. We may have he and I may do this, but one thing I won't do, I won't disrespect how good of a coach he is. Last year, if they have Rashawn Slater, if they have Joe Alt, that team could have been in the Super Bowl. Because you see who got there. The Broncos got to the AFC Championship game. The Patriots ended up getting to the Super Bowl. If they had Joe Alt and they had Rashawn Slater last year, they would have had an opportunity to go this year. He drafted well again this year. He added more defensive players, and those guys are coming back healthy. I'm telling you, Justin Herbert is pay attention because the MVP is going to be synonymous with he'll be on that list.
I'd even take the alt line at 11 and a half wins.
Same.
That's how confident I am in them. Like Hampton, when he was healthy last year, like he's an absolute
Omari.
dog. And now that Herbert has that balance on the offense with the healthy O-line, like they're really unstoppable. Like they were good last year when they were healthy.
Facts. I'm all in on the Los Angeles Chargers this year, 1,000%. Philadelphia. Oh, I guess I skipped over the Chargers because I said all that. Well, you know where I'm at.
Yep.
I'm taking over on that. Over on you. Where you at the boat? I sold you.
It's an ascension.
I sold you.
It's an ascension.
I appreciate that. There we go. All right. Philly. Anson, I'll let you go first on this, man. Philadelphia, there may be a trade in place that you guys were talking about.
Him go
B-Lad.
Shout out B-Lad.
So I was, doing my daily scrolling on X, and I saw NFL rumors post that the Jacksonville Jaguars could be potential trade destinations for wide receiver A.J. Brown, but that would also include Brian Thomas Jr. going to the Eagles, which I would not like, and it may affect my
look on Kool-Aid's face.
One of the players I actually know.
Like, how does Howie keep getting away with this stuff, man? Like,
Howie Rose,
can't keep getting away with it.
Literally, that's what the scene that was playing in my head over
Study
and over
that
again
man.
when I
That
watched
got to be a
but
movie one day.
They had to write a book about him, man, because what he's doing over there is ridiculous. Even though I do feel like they might fall off a little bit here, and that's the reason why I took their under. I still think they may reach 10 wins, but I don't think they're exceeding that at all. If they get Brian Thomas Jr., I don't think you guys understand how much more of a dynamic offense that brings them. Because you saw all the beef they had with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts and all the drama surrounding the media and all that. That's gone automatically, and they automatically get a younger, more threatening receiver than A.J. Brown. I'd say that confidently right now. If you put the right pieces in place, Brian Thomas Jr. can do exactly what A.J. Brown has done, but maybe even at a higher tilt because of his age and, no injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like Howie, bro. How do you do it?
Ray, that's like putting their wide receiver.
Under.
I'm under, yes.
That's
right
putting
now.
their wide receiver core in the Lazarus pool.
Yeah. The regeneration, the rebirth. Shout out.
Completely.
Shout out to Ra's al Ghul. For me,
Shout
like
out.
that one.
Shout out.
that the trade probably is going to happen, and it makes a lot of sense. Everybody knows that the Philadelphians are trying to move A.J. Brown. The stuff with Jalen Hurts, just the things. And realistically, man, I'm looking at Liam Cohen and the Jaguars. They're probably trying to move Brian Thomas Jr. too.
Yeah, they
and
are.
the reason why, when you watch him, this is just what I watched in 2 years. I watched a guy that wasn't necessarily all the way in. I watched a guy that looked like he didn't love football. The talent is amazing. He's an LSU guy. The size is there.
True.
The speed is there. When he's ready to play, the boy can play. Malik Neighbors, all the LSU guys can play. But I just saw a lot of moments when he was tapped out, and I feel like Liam Cohen is trying to give Trevor Lawrence a leader, a experienced Super Bowl winner, a guy that could come in here and help out. And I think A.J. Brown wants to kind of change the narrative on his story. So I can see that move 100%.
It seemed like Brian Thomas wasn't happy where he was last year, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of
That's
players
fair.
just need that fresh start. And if he goes to Philly, it might
And the Philly been
preaching.
done with A.J. Brown for a few seasons. They
That is
just
true.
happen to get a chip and
Correct.
make it all seem okay.
Philly 10 wins just because of the defense. And I feel like they can find one more because Jalen Hurts will be healthy this year. So begrudgingly, give me the over.
Oh, you're going over with them.
I'm going to go over.
I'm
with
going under. It's just because of that division. It's always somebody
Yes.
different. I think it's the Giants or the Commies this year.
Philly. Yeah, 100%.
No Dallas, huh?
Dallas.
I didn't want to say the Cowgirls. Don't make me say the Cowgirls, B-Lad.
It's Jerry's world. You never
Dallas
know,
is
bro.
going to win that division.
They probably are.
Mark my words. And they'll probably have, well, unless Derek
12,
Moore does something
13?
crazy, rookie of the year. Seattle. I think Seattle might miss the playoffs. Like, I got the under on Seattle this
So do
year.
I.
Same.
I got the under on Seattle,
They're
man.
going to take a step back.
Like, the K9 move was one of the big moves. They lost Tariq Woolen on the defensive side,
Yeah.
too. Like, there's some other moves and guys that they lost. And
Lost
with
that
the
championship pedigree.
here you go. How about they lost the offensive coordinator who helped Sam Darnold continue to do what they're doing?
makes
They
a
did
difference.
so much.
Where'd he go?
Kubiak, he's a head coach now.
Yeah, with the Raiders.
With the Raiders.
Yep.
What they were able to do when you watch their offense, a lot of stuff that JSN did, a lot of that moving in the backfield, moving out of the backfield, kind of like arena ball offensive move and sets. Like that stuff was dope.
Yeah.
And they're gonna miss that a lot, man. If they want to have success on offense, they got to get Rashid Shaheed. They
Yep.
got to get him more involved on the day-to-day. Like, he's the trick guy now. Like, here, go run a go route. All right, sit on the bench.
And we saw it with the change of offensive coordinator. We saw what happened to us.
Hey,
It happened to anybody else. Clint Kubiak is a mastermind.
That is true.
1,000%. Give me Seattle on the under.
Same.
San Fran, over.
Over.
Ooh.
I think they
yeah.
win that division. Or
Yeah.
they'll compete to win
It'd
that
be them and the
division
Rams?
towards very end.
They win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Especially if some of these players being rumored to go out there on the offensive line, especially.
They were so
where
beat
we
up
at?
last year, too.
35.
They were so beat up.
Very.
And they somehow were able to get into the playoffs. I mean, another great franchise in general.
Yes.
All right, let's just run through these quick, and then we'll take a quick commercial break, and then we got a funny one for you. We got a video, a clip that surfaced. I saw it, I grabbed it, I played it. I just hate when people get on these podcasts and just say anything, like just
Telling
for
stories,
clicks and
telling
likes. Man,
secrets.
he was my brother, man. He was my brother. Okay, Patriots under, Texans over, Dallas over, Chicago over, Jags over, 9.5. Did I say anything wrong?
Patriots under, Texans over, Dallas over, Chicago under, Jags over.
I put Jags over as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I had Jags over, so the only thing we
Okay.
had was Chicago. You have Chicago under.
Correct.
All right.
I have
You got
Chicago over.
Yeah, I have Chicago over
Not
as
by a
well.
lot, though. That's good.
10.
9-win
good.
team.
Minnesota, Tampa, 8.5. Give me over on both.
Yes, sir.
I said over on Minnesota, under on Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
Under on Tampa Bay. I don't have any confidence in Todd Bowles anymore. And if Baker comes out the same way he did last year, I think he's regressing right now.
Yeah.
And I love Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is one of my favorite players in the NFL. But I can't not go against what I saw last year. He threw away the season. And if he comes out, same regression, they're not going to be that good. Todd Bowles might lose his job.
Okay. I like that. A lot of injuries to the offensive side
Their
last
defense,
year
they
for
do
Tampa,
have potential,
but
though. Like, they
but
got
you know
Ruben
what?
Bain. Like, they will be good in the future, I think. But as of right now, where they stand, they're still a little old on both sides of the ball. So,
Hey, Mecca Ibuka, what you got this year? All right, here you go, Kool-Aid. New York Giants, Carolina Panthers, 7.5. Where you at with it? I'm taking over and over. I'm taking everybody's over.
I think over and over. Over and over on both of those.
I like both
I think
these
both
teams.
of those teams are ascending.
Yep.
And then here we go. Last but not least, 5.5 to the Raiders. I'm going over. And the funny thing about Tom Brady being the guy of the Raiders, why did Tom choose the Raiders?
I
Why
bet you could tell
why
us
did Tom choose the Raiders? I'm just trying to figure it out. There's a quarterback that's been, mentioned as being better than Tom, maybe eventually having more rings than Tom. What division is he in? Is he AFC West? Does he play for the Chiefs? Are the Raiders in the AFC West? Tom Brady's trying to go after Patrick Mahomes
sir.
and make sure that he doesn't go after his legacy, which he never will. But I'm just being funny. Raiders on the over.
What's the least games that Tom Brady's won in a season?
I want to say 10.
The least?
Yeah.
So the Raiders aren't going to win 6? Give me the over.
I take the over on that too.
I
All
do
right.
too. Someone just said Baker over Goff, too. I couldn't believe that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tampa Bay.
You look at his
is
numbers over the last, like they're comparable.
They are comparable.
But
Yeah,
those two teams are the same. They both got injured as hell last year.
Yes.
They're both getting the benefit of a last place schedule or a terrible schedule for the most part. I think both of those teams rebound heavily. I like Tampa Bay this year.
Yeah, 1,000%.
They're always solid, man.
They are.
All right, let's pay some bills. What we got?
Hey, Water Hazard and Buddies. Sounds like a pairing.
We're excited to add Water Hazard to the bullpen from our friends at Founders Brewing. You've probably seen the bright blue drink. Yeah, that's the Water Hazard. Best served on ice with a slice of lemon, preferably. It's a vodka-based cocktail, 5% ABV. That's citrusy, refreshing, and gluten-free. It's also the very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders. So you want to be a part of what Founders is bringing to the table. They'll feel confident enough to create this Water Hazard for you. Pick it up. Founders 15 years in the game, and they've been doing great things, and we're proud to sponsor with them. But remember, if you're going to check out this Water Hazard, make sure you drink responsibly.
And make sure you drink it with a buddy's pizza. Why not? And we'll save you 20% off. Listen, 80 years they've been doing it. They created the best pizza on the planet, the Detroit style deep dish. And again, we got you hooked up for 20% off your next order. Use that code, Woodward20, when you head over to buddiespizza.com. You're going to get yourself that 20% off. But it also works for their catering. A lot of graduation parties and other cool stuff this summer. So why don't you save yourself a little bit? We're going to help you do it. We love ourselves some Buddy's Pizza, and we know you do too.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Detroit Pistons coverage on Woodward Pistons on YouTube. Head over and subscribe now for in-depth Pistons coverage, player interviews, roundtables, and live watch parties. The bad boys of Detroit media are here. Woodward Sports. Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
Hey, we guys got you hooked up with the best lenders in town. We're talking Supreme Lending. The housing market, we talked about it this morning on BDE, it is booming. So if you are looking to make your first home purchase, or you're looking to upgrade, or you want to refinance, you should give these guys a call today. Reach out to Chad or Chris, and what they're going to do is they're going to guide you down a path that's going to get your profile in the best shape possible so you can get the best loan program possible. But if you see there, 0% down payment programs are available, and if you mention WSM when you give them a call, we're going to save you up to $500 off your appraisal. So reach out to our friends at Supreme Lending.
Looking for the perfect spot to host your next party or get together? Head to Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of the Steak on the Stone. Whether it's graduation party, baby shower, rehearsal, doing any type of party, any type of function, it doesn't matter. They want you to pull up. They want you to share their space, and they want you to indulge in some of the amazing food options that they have. And that menu is real, man. Go to blackrockrestaurants.com. Check that menu out, man. Get yourself in there. Make sure you call ahead. They will provide you with the best service and give you the best option. And they have a price point for your events that you will enjoy. And if you just want to go have a meal, pull up on Tuesdays, pull up on Thursdays, which is Tasty Thursdays, where you get some of that, what is it, the shrimp and steak, $19.99, soup, salad, and an extra side. This is the things that they do. Nice people, great service. This is what they do. It is a top rock experience. All right, and we're back. So I was, actually I wasn't scrolling. Some of my friends shot me this TikTok, and it was from a former teammate of mine commenting about me on a Cleveland-based podcast. And I saw that, and you know, and I wasn't mad, but the information wasn't necessarily correct. I hate when people get on these podcasts and just say a story because they know they get clicks when they use certain names. Anyway,
17.
100%. Check this out. This is a former teammate of mine, buddy Josh Cribbs.
When I came in with Braylon Edwards, and he was late. We both rookies. He was late to go out there as a scout guy for special teams. He didn't have to play special teams, but he had to. All he had to do was be a body. He had to be a body, and he was late coming out for special teams. And the coach was yelling at him. I ain't gonna never forget it. Jerry Rosberg yelling at him like, "Oh, we got a penny holding up $1." And you know what Braylon said? He was jogging, then he stopped, and he said, "Man, 18.5." And started walking. I was like,
you know what?
And I knew right then and there when nobody said nothing, and he got fined. But you think that fine mattered?
All right, so this is former teammate of mine, Josh Cribbs, who we were actually friends when I played for the Cleveland Browns. So no ill will towards Josh, and I wish him the best. Hope he's doing well. But when you tell stories like this, you know, you give people clicks like, man. First of all, why are you so excited to tell the story? Like, why was the energy so hyped behind the story? And if you're going to tell a story, tell the truth. Tell the whole story. What did Will Smith say in concussion? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. So realistically, man, that's not exactly what happened. What happened is the year before, Kellen Winslow got hurt on special teams. So the Cleveland Browns said no more of their first-round draft picks will ever play on special teams. So 2005, I get drafted. I'm not on special teams. Jerry Rossberg is an old-school coach, and this is an old-school NFL. They want guys to come out there, show up, play on special teams. The team put me in a situation where I didn't have to be on special teams because their number 6 overall pick the year before got hurt on special teams and missed the season. He hurt his ankle. So with that being said, they told him, so I wasn't on special teams. I didn't have to go to special teams meetings. I didn't have to go to special teams. It wasn't me. I volunteered to help out and was late a particular day because I was in a meeting with Romeo Cornell, a.k.a. Rack. But you forgot that point. Side note, Jerry Rossberg always had little slick things to say under his mouth, under his tone when he walked by me. And this is old school coach, so these aren't very niceties. These are expletives. These like, oh, you effing this or you effing that or you think you're this or you think you're. So the one day I volunteered and came out there late because I had a meeting with Rack, he starts to go off at me and yell. And I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I'm out here doing a service. I'm helping out. I'm helping you out. So when he makes the comment, a penny to a dollar, which he did say, when he makes the comment and starts cussing and doing all these other things, I'm like, man, the hell with this. I'm walking by. And then he says something else slick under his tone, which a lot of those individuals think they can do. They're automatically mad at the first round pick. It just is what it is. And he's a special teams coach. He doesn't coach me. So he feels that type of way as well. He said that, and it registered late. I was like, I know this month. 18.5. And then
I can hear
up.
you say
the
that.
18.5 is real. That was my signing bonus that year. So I got fined for that, paid the fine, and then moved on and didn't have to talk to Jerry Rossberg. But every time I walked by Jerry Rossberg, the whole time I was in Cleveland, like it was something dirty or a dirty look or a purposely go out of the way to not look at me. But that's how it was in Cleveland. So if you're going to tell the stories on the Cleveland podcast, Josh, just tell it the right way. I love you. You're still my brother. But not so much passion next time. Like, it was a lot of anger in that conversation. So I love you. Stay cool. But if you're going to tell a story, tell the truth, man.
It seemed like he kind of loved it.
Was a piece of work. He did, because he was an undrafted free agent. You know what I'm saying? So Josh wants the first round pick. Yeah, see, you got to do. I don't like all that. He also made some comments about me when I was playing for the Jets, but that's neither here nor there.
Keep Braylon out your mouth.
That's
you feel me?
Like,
this the same dude I invited to Detroit, man. We hung out at Elysium. Like, I invited to all my charity events. Like, come on, man. Stop letting him drive my Bentley. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what? Stop playing. So that's why I don't like things like this.
Did that kind of stuff, did those fines and things like that, did it made you want to leave the city? Did it made you want to leave the franchise?
No, but the inconsistency of how the players are treated made me want to leave the city of Cleveland. Like, there was no chain of conversation and passing things up. It was just dictatorship, and it was just dictatorship from a team that was negligent, that didn't know what they were doing. Like, if you're going to be a certain way, I don't mind you talking to me a certain way. I'm old school. Like, I don't mind you coaching me a certain way, asking certain things of me, but you do them yourself. And when coaches and administration aren't doing those things and the front office aren't doing those things, like, how are you going to tell me to do something that you're not doing?
Right.
So that was always my thing with Cleveland. Like, it was some really good people there, some really good teammates. But also, when you play for a team that sucks in a city that, I'm not going to say that part, but you play for a team that consistently sucks, like, a lot of guys are tapped out. A lot of guys are trying to get through the season, and then coaches and players feel it as well. So,
well, we had Mason, the Pistons PA announcer.
I paid a lot of fines, though.
First time ever here at the studio in Royal Oak, we had him on that first show, and he talked about what a legend you still are in Cleveland. Do you go back ever? And when you go, do you ever see your jersey on anybody?
Probably burning somewhere. No, I do. I get pictures. People send them to me, and you get them every once in a while. For me, Cleveland's just it's a trigger point. Yeah. It'll always be a trigger point until me and the franchise make amends and make it right. But when but just think about it like this: when you have podcasts and former teammates of mine. Like me and Josh Cribbs and Kellen Winslow got stuck in an elevator together the night before a game at the team hotel, 3 hours.
No way.
At the team hotel. Like, and Josh, who's claustrophobic, and he didn't know it until that moment. He cried like a little bitch.
Whoa!
Clip that.
You know what I'm saying? So, no, but like, there are a lot of moments, support for his charity, but yes.
QB,
Like,
I see in the chat. 0
Just
to 100
saying,
real quick.
but when you're doing that, that's a former teammate of mine. We made the Pro Bowl the same year. He's on a Cleveland podcast. I don't know what this podcast was. Like, when he's commenting like that, when they're stoking fire like that, they're stoking the chat. So, of course, naturally, I'm going to read the chat. I read the chat, and it's a bunch of people like this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Was it me or was it the franchise? Because how many playoff games have they won? Cleveland Browns have won 1 playoff game since their existence and been back. I've won 4.
Oh.
So was it me or was it Romeo Cornell? Was it Eric Mangini? Was it Mike Pettin? Was it Rob Chudzinski? Was it exactly?
Show us.
So the super chat.
I'm fired up.
Just saying, don't come for me.
Let's go. I'm not gonna have a voice anytime soon.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe
we
Piss
can
me off though. Like we was
Talk
tight.
Josh
Like, we were
Cribbs.
tight. Yes.
What do you have to say?
He said it all.
Listen, you said something that made me want to ask all of you a question. Since you're already burning down the house right now, I love it. Have you actually burned a jersey before?
Nah.
Have any of you guys ever thrown away or burned a jersey because you felt
costs too
burned
much.
by the franchise or the team?
It costs too much.
Yeah, they are expensive.
It costs too much.
Never burned a jersey. I did give away a Joey Harrington Lions jersey, though.
That's legit.
It's funny. I'm gonna actually be golfing with Joey in a month.
Nice.
The Bandit Dunes trip is coming up again.
That's cool. That's cool. I always like Joey Blue Skies, man. I'm never too mad at that guy.
In college.
Team sucked.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things. Like, he was a good player. Team sucked. Offensive line wasn't necessarily right. That was a big thing at the time. Like, now I have an old line, but I don't know.
And he still tried to make us believe, even though we knew, like, bless your soul,
It ain't.
Joey.
It just ain't true.
It ain't. You don't got to do this.
I still remember that doggone billboard in Times Square when Oregon was. That's when Oregon first debuted, like the new green, yellow.
We were so hyped to get him.
jerseys, the black, and then they were trying to get him the Heisman Trophy. But that's when you start to see the power of promotion.
Yeah.
The power of promotion, because he was a good quarterback, but that promotion alone, like, everybody was watching Oregon all season long. All season long. I think they lost.
I gotta
2
read
games.
some of these real quick. I'm sorry, bro. You got the
It's
the
amazing.
whole chat.
Please,
going.
please catch us up.
You do.
Go ahead.
Look, Spimo Backs. I like the clap, Bray. I'm getting the dad emoji from Taylor Henrik. Spimo back. He says this is Bray 2.0. Spimo again. Bray is on one, baby. Heat chat from Lad. I see you in the chat.
I appreciate that, man. Keep them
the
coming.
chat is going.
Dante 151 Spicy Bray is the best Bray.
I take spicy.
Hey, a couple super chats if you guys want to get them in before the end of the show here, please. You got us over our normal goal, but we have a higher bar and we're almost there. Get us 16 more chats, so smash that right now. Cade is our new Matt Stafford, says new money.
Oh, wow.
I hope that's not true.
We can't have him winning the championship one.
I hope
team
that's
league.
not true.
That would
Yeah, I
be
left that. That's been
terrible.
up there for a while. I knew that one would hit.
Yeah, that's interesting. What is this, year 5 for Cade? Next year be year 6? Or this is year... Yeah,
This is year 5.
Yeah, so next year be year 6.
Covered every
This
year.
coming year will be
Extension
year
came,
6.
Yep.
Stafford was here 11. And he got to the furthest was the second round. Ooh.
Will I am with
Yeah.
$5.
Only reason I'll debate that, actually, there's a big reason I'll debate that. Like, Stafford was never considered, best player in the league or even top 3 quarterback in terms of
Not
totality.
left here.
Like, Cade was up for MVP this season.
Top 5.
Yeah,
You're right.
so,
Stafford didn't ascend that conversation until he went west,
yeah.
for sure. Plus that
His
franchise.
arm talent was always
Yeah,
number one.
no doubt.
but-
Unless he was throwing to the flat for a running back.
Yeah, that's a
But,
great point.
Will I am 550 with a $5 super chat. Honestly, Jared Goff is on his 5th contract, or coordinator, on his 5th coordinator. I think he will do just fine with Drew and Mike Kafka. I mean, Jared Goff is currently in his prime.
Yeah, I would say that. This is year 10 for Jared Goff. You've seen what he's done. Once you see the consistency, like once the consistency is there, Jared Goff has consistently for the last 4 seasons been what you said. We talked about it with Stick, 4,100 yards, 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, maybe under. I think he had 7 one year. I think he had 14 one year. So he's been consistently that. And there's a lot of games that you're in, whether you like it or not, because of Jared Goff. And there's a lot of games that you're able to put the nail in the coffin because you have Jared Goff as your quarterback. So, yeah, I'd say he's in his prime right now, but that's why the Lions got to act now. And that's why we're excited to see what this draft and what this offseason has been, what it looks like when the season starts, because there are guys in their prime. Your quarterback is in his prime. Jahmyr Gibbs, yeah, you know how running backs is entering, getting close to that prime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's the guy entering that prime. Penei Sewell, you don't want to waste these greats. These are guys that could be Hall of Fame jacket wearers, potentially. Like, that's a real thing. You don't want to waste Hall of Fame jackets. Ask Joe Thomas about that.
Say the word.
One of my former Cleveland teammates. Like,
say the word. Window.
It's real.
For real.
Like, people that don't like that term are people that are scared of it.
Yeah. I hate that mentality because it is kind of an SOL mentality, because I do believe that this new regime will continue successful football.
Yeah.
But all those names you just mentioned, they're on Hall of Fame tracks.
Yeah.
And if you end up not winning a chip with that group of players you just mentioned, it's just another indictment on the legacy of this franchise.
Aiden Hutchinson, a damn good player, a player that we expect to take the next league to become a great player, a player that we expect to win the Defensive Player of the Year. But I will remind you, major injury in college, major injury 2 years ago. Like, those things stack up. You know, Jack Campbell's another player that's on the trajectory getting better and better.
Truly.
You just want to make sure when you have guys like this is what we've clamored for. Now that you got them, you got to make sure you reward them.
Cash in.
Yeah. 1,000%. I just looked up at the watch, man. I think I was going off on Josh and the Browns.
No, bro, look, there was a couple more of these chats that just came in. Not super chats, but ones that I think are still worthy to be read, and it was about Bray. Shout out to E-Fog. He put the fire emoji and then Braylon's sticker that we got there in the super chats, as well as Rich Baldwin. I think we all agree with this here in the booth. He says we need more Braves behind the scenes stories.
Yeah,
it was fire, man. You were fired to that.
Well,
I get that one's more responding,
yeah.
But then when you get to go into the details, it was dope, man. We were all captivated.
I'm not gonna lie, this story just caught me a little bit off guard, because realistically, I actually had Josh on our show when Ryan Armani still was with the show. Shout out to Ryan Armani, man.
Shout
100%. When we had, I mean, like 2022, 2023, we had Josh on the show. I just don't like when people feel need to use other people's names to get the click. Like, you know, what can I drop? And when you watch the clip, tell me what you saw. Like, it felt like, it's like, yeah, man, if I talk about this situation, you know what I'm saying, it's going to get more clips. Like,
it sounds to me like Josh owes us another visit to WSN to clear the air.
100%. I'm like Cam Newton. You can pull up to my show. It won't
Anytime.
It won't be beration. It'll be a conversation, man.
That's right.
Love.
I love that.
Love.
Asian.
Unless you come out here on some other stuff like, shit, man.
18-5. 18-5.
Did you see my movies?
Nah. Yeah. But you know what? I'm a changed man. Keep God first.
Amen.
1,000%. Look, man, this is a great show. Good to have the gang all back together. Good energy, man. We'll have more for you guys tomorrow. More Lions talk tomorrow, man. We're going to come up with some. We actually have some good topics. Don't forget, it's Pop's birthday. Boy, man, smiling hard. He's smiling hard. You see where that umbrella's at, too. See, I got to make sure you get out this rain, man.
An eye for talent, that man. An eye for talent.
100%, man. Yo, we appreciate you guys tapping in. Yo, keep tapping in. You'll get more, I'm not going to use the word spicy, but you'll get more fired up, Bray, if you get my drip. For Anson Wells, Kool-Aid, Sweet Potato Can, be lad. We are the Braylon Network Show, and we'll see you mañana.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator. as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.